Hi everyone, welcome back to another session of Speaking Saturdays. So, without further ado, let's just get started and jump straight into part one. How often do you go swimming? I've never been swimming. I have tried to learn swimming. So I was maybe 13 or 14 years old, and I took maybe two swimming lessons before I just kind of gave up. So, because I was not able to hold my head underwater, that was really scary for me. I mean, I was at the kiddie end of the pool, it was really shallow, and of course, you have to learn, how to float and how to approach the deeper end, but I could never do that. When did you learn how to swim? I've never learned how to swim. I tried, like I said, I took a couple lessons, like two or three lessons. I was a teenager then, but it was extremely scary for me. The idea that you're underwater or your body is underwater. I don't know. It still spooks me to this day. So I've been unsuccessful in my attempts to learn. I would like to learn someday. I think swimming looks like a lot of fun, but I don't know why I'm not able to conquer that fear. Will you swim a lot in the future? I don't know what the future holds. I am definitely open to it. Like I said, I want to learn. It's not that I don't want to. It's just that I'm really afraid of water. Like even if I look at Google Earth, I'll get scared when it goes over the ocean or over the sea or something like that. And it's weird because I like looking at water bodies, but being inside one is legitimately terrifying. Can most people in your country swim? I don't think so. Like when I think of my friends in school, college, my colleagues, etc., very few could swim. So I don't think I'm like the odd one out where I live. Of course, that depends. I mean, I did grow up in a coastal city, so you'd expect that I would know how to swim. But the thing is that our seas and rivers are really not very clean. So, I mean, you wouldn't go swimming there. It would be a health hazard. So, so it's not really surprising that swimming isn't really a big deal. It's not a thing where I come from. But yeah. Okay, now let's go on to part two. As always, I'll just jump straight into it. I don't really do any kind of preparation, but this is just to show you the kind of responses and answers that you could have. Okay, so our part two question is, talk about the most useful home appliance you own. It should be appliance, not appliances, because they ask you to pick one. So that's a typo, ignore that. Please tell me what it is, how it works, how life would be without it, and explain why it's useful for you. Okay, so this is tough. Like, it's tough to pick just one household appliance because, I mean, all of these labor saving devices, they make your life so easy. Like, imagine if you had to wash your clothes by hand. I mean, you'd never. I have a ton, and when I say ton, I really mean a ton. I mean, I have a ton of clothes, and it would just be impossible to do them all by hand. So I think I'll have to pick my washing machine, even though there's a lot of things that I love, especially my kitchen appliances. But yeah, I don't think I could live without my washing machine. It's great because, and it's also got, a heater. So if you have like really soiled clothing, you could just, or if you're like paranoid about bacteria and things like that, so you could, wash your clothes with hot water. That's great. And so, I mean, if I had to think about it, I'd probably do a load every single day. Not every single day, maybe like every, let's say, 5 days a week or so. So obviously, I mean, everybody knows how washing machines work. I don't think I have to explain that. You throw your clothes in, you press a couple buttons, add some powder, and check in like 2 hours, and you're done. And the great thing is, you don't even need, like, with all of these, like, of course, like 15 years ago when we had another washing machine, like at the end of the cycle, the clothes would still be kind of, like damp. But nowadays, your clothes are almost dry when they come out. You just need to like hang them for maybe a couple hours, 2 hours, 3 hours, maybe at that. And voila, they're all dry. So obviously, I mean, if I didn't have a washing machine, imagine having to, especially, I mean, like tops and skirts, and that's actually not too bad. Like it's not too difficult. Like you could just wash them on the kitchen counter, I guess. But imagine like your bed sheets and all of your, all that stuff. I even wash pillows in the washing machine. So like imagine having to do all that by hand. I mean, that would be really exhausting. I could not imagine a life where, I mean, I would probably just not wash it because hassle. Can you imagine huge bed sheets and whatnot, curtains, things like that? That would be hell. That would be hell. So yeah, that's why I love my washing machine. Okay, now let's go on to part 3. And here we go. What machines are used for housework in modern homes in your country? Well, housework. Well, you have obviously the washing machine. And what else? Do you have a lot of things? Many people have dishwashers as well, even though that's not really a popular thing in my country. It's not. Most people will still do their dishes by hand, even in modern homes, but the real super ultra modern ones will definitely have. And nowadays, you even have tabletop dishwashers, like not the ones that go under your counter, but the ones that you put on your countertop. They're very small though. And I don't know how useful they are because I've never used one myself and I don't really trust that a dishwasher could get the job done. But yeah, those are popular. And of course, you have lots of kitchen appliances, you have vacuum cleaners, you have all these, you have like food processors and things like that. You have microwaves, you have ovens, toaster, grillers, all of these things. They make life so easy. So yeah, that's kind of standard. I would say most homes will have all of these things. What benefits did these machines bring to people? Are there any negative consequences of their use? Well, the point is that they save, they're called labor saving devices. So they save you a lot of your energy, your time, especially. Like I said, like doing laundry is so easy. It takes maybe 10 minutes. You collect all of your clothes, you just dump it into your machine and that's it. You don't have to do anything. But imagine if you had to do a whole load of laundry by hand. That could take you hours. So, that's crazy, the amount of time that you save with these devices. Obviously, you save a lot of time, and time is money in the modern world, no? So, I do think, though, that, if you compare people who were young like 40, 50 years ago versus now, I think that we are becoming a lot more sedentary, which is, of course, a problem for our health. Of course, it's not convenient to do all of your clothes by hand and chop each and every single vegetable by hand and all of that. It's tiring and it's time consuming, but it keeps you active, right? And any kind of activity is good for the human body. So that could be a negative consequence. But overall, I think these are all really good, really useful things. Do you think that in the future, all new homes will be equipped with household appliances? Yeah, it's already happening. This question kind of doesn't make sense to me because you wouldn't really have a functional home if you didn't have these appliances. Can you imagine not having a fridge, washing machine, etc.? These are basic things. I don't think these are futuristic in any way. Yeah, nowadays though, you have these robo cleaners. They sweep your floor, even mop your floor for you, and you don't have to do anything. You just have to set a timer through your smartphone app. So that's really cool. Of course, that's not standard, but I do think that, with time passing by, I've also seen on various websites, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and so on, there's this machine that all you have to do is you just have to, place in containers, you have to place chopped vegetables and stuff like that. And it cooks everything for you. And you save a lot of time. So I think, right now they're kind of expensive. They cost thousands of dollars. Even the robo cleaner is not really super affordable right now for most people. But I think in the future, let's say 5-10 years from now, I think they will definitely start to become a lot more commonplace. Do you think that nowadays people are too dependent on technology? Yeah, I think that's definitely true. I cannot imagine a life without technology, which is weird because I'm a millennial. I remember what life was like before smartphones, before the internet even, was a popular thing. So we managed, but I could never go back to a life like that because again, it's so convenient, right? It's just, I don't think that the average human can resist convenience. I think it's very alluring. Everything is easier, when you have all these devices, you have technology. And why wouldn't you want to, if you're a rational consumer, why wouldn't you want to make your life more comfortable? That's kind of a no-brainer, isn't it? So yeah, people are definitely too dependent to the point where, if you have like a, let's say, if they had to, let's say, we have some kind of doomsday scenario and, the internet doesn't work and you don't have regular electricity and you still have to survive somehow. I think a lot of people, including me, by the way, would really not be able to survive in such a world. So yeah, but well, thankfully that kind of thing isn't very realistic. So yeah. Okay, well, that was our speaking test for today, but don't forget to check back in another week for a new Speaking Saturday episode. And while you're at it, you might as well watch our other videos as well. We have tons of stuff for writing too, so don't forget to check that out. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.